Hello everybody and welcome back to Oakfield Farm. As it is now autumn, in fact it's almost winter, we're going to have to swap over the wheels on the Claas tractor to the standard wheels because we need to actually use this tractor for many different jobs throughout the winter season. First of all, we actually have to go and do the tedding for the very final cut of the grass because we're actually turning it into hay. So if I just go into here first of all and click on Customize, we can now go and select the standard tyres and it won't cost us a penny because we're doing the work ourselves, and of course we already bought the tractor with the standard wheels. The other thing we should probably do is just repair it, as it's here, £46. As it is in the workshop it makes sense just to give it a check over. So there we go. It will have to be fully serviced later. I think this is probably going to be the best tractor for this job. Everything else seems a bit too big. So we'll go up here, we'll go and get the tedder, and we'll go and do fin brakes. This is actually the same day as the previous episode. It wasn't originally going to be, but because I had so many people saying, "Oh, you should have tedded it the same day because the grass will start to rot overnight," I thought, well, I haven't skipped the night time yet, so yeah, we could do. So we are doing. Now, luckily, we do have a very good shortcut up here, which I keep forgetting to use, so I should use it more often. The only disadvantage is we have to go through the cow field, and well, it means closing the gate every time, otherwise the cows are going to think about escaping. But they are very well behaved. They seem to be more interested in their feed rather than escaping into a different area of the farmyard. Anyway, we'll just park over here. Right, let's go and get this done. I think what we will have to do though is make sure we actually do row it up and bale it in the next day, because actually what we're doing here is turning the grass over, so it still has to dry out on this side. We could rush it all, the game would still recognise it as hay, but yeah, if we're doing this at least semi-realistically, we're going to have to at least give the grass some time to dry out on the other side. I am still surprised though about the amount of grass we managed to get, even though it is the third cut and it didn't get fertilised for a third time this year. Next year it should be better. We'll definitely have 3 applications next year. That can now continue to dry out, and obviously we're going to go to bed now. It's going to be a fairly early night for us, 6:30, but at least we can get up bright and early to begin rowing it up and baling it. We should probably shut this gate as well. It does seem like a lot of work, but if you think about it in real life, all the cows would escape. You couldn't really sleep very easily if you knew your cows were going to just disappear. So yeah, back into the tractor, we'll park up. I don't think this tractor will be used for any kind of bale moving or anything like that. We'll probably just stick it on the windrow or something. Actually, yeah, that is a very good job for it. Yeah, it can do the windrowing. Nice, easy work. Again, this gate will have to be shut too. But I put the tedder away. We don't want to leave it out in the rain. Good night, cows. I suppose as well, actually, in the next day we're going to have to check up on the sheep and the cows as well, just to make sure they have enough water, feed, everything like that. And this trailer here is what we use for moving the square bales. That could be a good place for it. There we go. We could probably get something in front of it too. But yep, let's just open the door, obviously, turn the engine off, and we'll go to bed. Run over to our house. I haven't actually used this yet. I should probably use it. It's more for when we're drilling. For example, if we were using a smaller drill which can't direct drill, then I think it would actually work as a cultivator. But I haven't used it yet, so I'm not too sure. Okay, we're going the back way. I think we still have our Christmas tree up in here too. Yeah, we're just very happy people. We enjoy Christmas a lot. Let's go upstairs. Oh, stuck on the staircase. That's alright. And off to bed with our panda. Ah, there we go. So it's 9:41. It's not too early. It didn't need to be. We got a bit of milk, which was good. But turning a profit at this time of year does seem to be a bit tricky. Anyway, let's just go out of here. Oh, it's a bit of a foggy morning too. Typical autumn. Late autumn now, we only have 2 days left after today. Right, so if we stick... Right, it should be the John Deere. Yeah, we'll put the John Deere on the baler. And we'll have the either the Claas or the Massey Ferguson on the windrower. There's the baler. I'm pretty sure I put it in here. Okay, I didn't. I've probably just run directly past it. Now I remember now. I put it over here. This is actually just an extension to the yard, so we can keep stuff here. It's just, it's a bit of a walk. I am going to keep the seed drill here for the time being because we're going to use it again very soon. The next field to do is field number 34, so taking it back to the main farm would be counterproductive, as this is closer, but only slightly. I'll just drop it off here. There we go. Shut the door. Ooh, they're playing the organ in the church. I don't know if that sound effect came through to you. I think I'll keep the gate open here. So, if we just go and hitch up to the baler, hitch onto the baler, and we can begin. And I'm really hoping that nothing has rotted or deteriorated, so we can just get a good load of hay to turn into bales. Did that oh, I've caught the wall again, or the post, the pillar. I'm going to have to stop putting this baler in here because this happens every time. It's very chunky wheels. They are extremely large. It took me forever to get out of here before. I think it's out. Good. Yeah, I'll have to put it in one of the bigger barns. We have so many barns, we could just put it in one of these larger ones. And thinking about it, this field is quite hilly, so maybe the Massey Ferguson is a better choice for the windrower. It doesn't take much power, but a lot of power is going to be required for the actual tractor. Right, we'll run back over here. I wonder where... I think I put it around the front. Yes, I did. I was going to say I wonder where I put the windrower, but I have just seen it. I doubt it's any wool. Unlikely, nope. And the cows and sheep, yeah, they could do with something. Actually, they take hay. So we could just give... Let me just think about this. Yeah, we could just give them a hay bale straight away. A fresh one from the field. This should be alright for the time being, although the Merlo is only here. I could just very quickly nip over there. It's looking like a very snowy winter so far. We've got snow nearly every day. We have 3 hay bales left. It's a really good job we're getting some more. It wouldn't have been a disaster, it would have just meant I'd have to buy them. I don't really want to buy them because they're very expensive. There is a lot to be said for creating your own hay bales. We'll do the water later. I think they've got about half a trough, which should technically be about a day to a day and a half. Sheep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the spring because that is when they're going to start to reproduce, and because we have so many and the productivity is hopefully going to be very high, the reproduction rate should be very high as well. So, tons more sheep. Here is your big Heston bale. Enjoy. That's put it right to the maximum, so that is perfect. Hay for this side is about half, and grass is about a quarter, so we could do with some more stuff there. As for the grass, we're going to have to wait, I think, until next year. Unless I can just mow a bit and scoop it up somehow. But I prefer not to, because it's a bit, well, not a very good way of doing it. Technically, we'd have to have the loading wagon or something like that to be able to pick the grass up with. So, yeah, we'll just do without, I think. As long as they have the hay, they will get through the winter. Into the Massey, through its back window. I've put it way too close to the barn there. Yeah, so the windrow is just around the corner. I'm actually going to replace this windrow very soon with a Krone Swadrow. This has been a good windrower, but it does just have that minor problem, which probably isn't too hard to fix, but it does make it a bit unusable at times. But overall, it's a nice machine. We'll probably have to put this on to Follow Me just temporarily, and then after this we'll have the baler on Follow Me. So this is actually going to be a very fast process because we're going to be doing two things at the same time. That should be alright. Cows, they're all gathering. Okay, off we go. Let's get cracking. I want to get this done fairly quickly because we also need to pick up the bales and put them away in this episode too. So there's plenty to do, but yes, it must be done quickly. And I don't like the look of that sky. It does just show that the weather forecast is for cloud and then sunshine, but who's to know? It could rain. It certainly looks like it. Oh, that is going to be close. Oh, that is one powerful gate. He managed to push the tractor. And then I drove into it. So I'll get things set up here. Let's see how well this works. It should work very effectively. I've done it so many times before. The only time when it does mess up is if you turn too tight, then it will miss a piece. But that tends to be the worst thing that happens. Is that working? Yep. Just about to see it behind the weather forecast. I hope this fog lifts. It's horrible. Just one of those things with this time of year, very damp. It's only 4 degrees. It really isn't haymaking weather. But we must get it done. Otherwise we're going to be stuck. Just waiting for the baler to finish. It's almost done. Looking at it, not that you can see much, it looks to be, I don't know, 10 bales or something. Pretty good. I wasn't expecting too many anyway. How many do we have? So far we've got 9, but there's another one about to fall out the back, then we can unload the baler. So we're looking at about 12 probably, if we're lucky, 11 or 12. But yeah, I'm just preparing to go back to the yard, and then we're going to bring the Merlo, and we'll probably use this tractor for the trailer as well, I would have thought. But yeah, it's just finishing off. Really want to make this fog disappear, but all we can do is wait, unfortunately. What usually happens is the fog will lift right at the end of the video, so we'll probably go through the entire video, loading up the bales and everything, and then right at the end when we're just finishing off, it will all lift and it'll be a beautiful sunny day. But yes, we're just going to have to wait. Anyway, here it comes. Okay, so if I just stop the worker, we need to unload the bales actually in the field. Put them here. So that's obviously put 2 down, so I actually think we do have 12 bales. 11 bales. Oh well, 11 bales is still very good, which means we'll still have another 13 bales for the winter. Even that might not be enough, but at least it is more than what we used to have. That is probably the last time we're going to use the Claas Liner. Next time it'll most likely be the Chrome. Oh, hey, look, what's all this? Bit of ramming. Obviously the worker took offence to me saying we're going to get rid of it, so it decided to crash into it instead. Now I need to find some good places for these. The baler, like I said, needs to go into a bigger barn. We'll probably actually put stuff in the barn where the combine harvester is. There's loads of space. So just around the corner here. I will make sure the baler is stopped though. Oh, it's crashed. Well, I suppose that stopped it at least. Yeah, tons of space in here. There should be enough space to turn around. And then I'll put this in the corner. Might have to pull forwards first. But yeah, I think really, despite the weather, we've done fairly well to get the bales produced. They just need to go into storage now. But yeah, thank you to everybody who suggested to TED it today, or the previous day, instead of today, because obviously, yeah, it does. The grass does tend to deteriorate over time, so we could have lost quite a bit of grass, meaning, in the end, we'd have had less bales. So the more bales, the better. Should probably as well put this on the trailer before we sort out the John Deere. There we go. Right, John Deere. Somebody has crashed you. Quite badly too. Now that it's all freed off, we can reverse it into this barn as well. We'll just put it in the middle somewhere. I'm not really too bothered where it goes, it just has to be undercover. Should do nicely. Did I fold it up? I can't see. Yes, it looks like it. And that is that tractor finished with for today. Oh look, the fog has cleared earlier than expected. That is good news. Yeah, that time lapse, you could probably see next to nothing in it. I should think it's just a few silhouettes you could see with lights. Now we can really appreciate it, and it actually does look quite impressive. A lot of Heston bales. Most of them are in the middle of the field. And actually, I think if we put the tractor and trailer about here, that'll make it easier for me. But the ideal place would be on a totally flat piece of land, but that doesn't look very likely for this field. So we'll just put it there instead. Begin loading. And that's it done. So I decided to leave all the bale stacking as a time lapse just because stopping and starting a time lapse doesn't really work too well. But yes, there we go. I don't know if you noticed actually at the beginning of the time lapse there, I was trying to pick up 2 of the bales, but they decided to keep flipping over. Obviously that land is much steeper than it looks, but it was a bit dramatic the way they were flipping over. Anyway, they are stacked, they're up here. That is our supply for the winter. If we have to buy some more, then obviously we're going to have to, but hopefully we get by. Hopefully that'll be enough. So, yeah, just going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. It's gone dark, and yeah, until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.